New at 6, it's been a busy year for new Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Chief Estella Patterson. This week, she marked 100 days as head of the department.
WBTV's Katie Solt has a look at some of her major milestones and talked with the community about the chief's hands-on approach to leading.
When Chief Stella Patterson came back to CMPD, she had lofty goals for the department, including filling officer vacancies and closing violent crime cases. Community members I spoke with say in her first 100 days, they're already seeing a difference.
Know that these first 100 days are a foundation, not a finish line.
A foundation with already strong results. Since Chief Estella Patterson took over CMPD, Michael Smith with Charlotte Center City Partners says her focus on creating a safer uptown is working.
Increasing bike patrols, increasing the ped patrols, the walking units, doing more with meeting with neighborhood groups, restaurant owners. The statistics are unbelievable. Just number of arrests, number of stops, gun seizures, drug seizures.
It's not just her focus on uptown. Patterson has also been busy going to different neighborhoods and communities, talking with people about their concerns. Something Paula Garcia with Camino says is crucial when it comes to building trust.
They have reached out to Camino knowing that we do have such a large impact within the Latino community, and it makes us very happy to know that partnership is open and that they are willing to work with us to reach out and create more of that communication with the Latino community. That truly is how you genuinely build trust, being at the places where the people are at, having those conversations that the people want to have.
Chief Patterson says the work is far from over, but people around the city say this first 100 days are a good indicator of what's possible for the department.
The fact that they are really making it, I believe she called it a pillar or a staple in her community outreach plan, is actually going out into the community and going where the people are. I think that is an amazing strategy.
Chief Patterson is a great leader in that regard, and we're excited about next steps.
And Chief Patterson is working on setting up more conversations in different neighborhoods throughout the city so she can hear your community's concerns. In Uptown Charlotte, Katie Solt, WBTV.